The following program is a Town of Colonie television production of the William K. Sanford Town Library.
Hi, I'm Supervisor Paula Mahan, and welcome to Colonie Connect. Today, our special guest is our very own Library Director, Evelyn Neale.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, Evelyn. Today we're in your house.
Yes,
so
welcome to our house.
It's wonderful to be here, and I know that this has been a very exciting year for you and your staff and the Friends of the Library and the Board of Trustees. Lot of things going on here at the library, and I know that you've set some very energetic goals and are working very hard to reach them. So maybe the last time we talked, I think it was just a little while after you first came to the town of Colonie.
Yep.
And you were getting started, and now you're full speed ahead.
Yes.
And ahead of the game, and there have been a lot of things that have been going on, and so maybe you could kind of tell us about some of the exciting things that you've done since you started here, where you are now, and some of the goals that you have put in place.
So, as you said, I've been here just about over a year now, and definitely full speed ahead. We've had an exciting year. It was the 40th anniversary this year,
yes.
So I had a really good opportunity to connect with the community through different events and reach out to them and talk to them, get some community feedback. One of our goals was to create a strategic plan, which we have been able to do. We wanted to help the Friends raise $40,000, which we have. We wanted to increase our card holders, which we've done, as well as increase our Friends members. So we really used the theme of our 40th anniversary to celebrate the year and connect with our community and build our support and get the ball rolling.
Well, it really has been a year of celebration.
Yes.
You've worked hard with everyone to make the 40th anniversary really something special, and we'll talk a little bit about that later, but you certainly had a variety of events for every population to enjoy.
Absolutely.
And so, we really thank you for that. It's not easy raising money.
Yes.
But you've made it a lot of fun. So thank you for that. Now you talk about a strategic plan. Maybe for our listeners, if you could just give an overview of what a strategic plan is, sure, and some of the aspects of the strategic plan that you're putting in place.
Yep. So a strategic plan involves getting community feedback on how we are doing in, kind of past, present, and what people are looking to for the future. And it helps the library to focus on what's important to the community for the next few years. Being a service industry, it's really key to our mission to give the community what they look for in our library. And a lot of the community feedback we got was just absolute admiration. They love the library. The library is a cornerstone in the community, and that's so wonderful to hear. So we want to keep that going. So what we did was we filtered through all of the feedback that we got, and we took 4 main topics that really rose to the top, and that's what we're going to focus on for the next 3 years.
Okay. And as you are working on the strategic plan for the library, as you know, for the town as a whole, with all of us involved, we're working on the update of the comprehensive plan, which was developed back in 2005. And it's a comprehensive plan, as the title states. It really, as you talk about the strategic plan for the library, providing guidance as to where you were, where you're at, where you'd like to be in the future. That's what the comprehensive plan is. It learns from where you were at. And being that the plan was put in place in 2005, and this is an update, you don't have to start from scratch.
Right.
But there are goals within the plan that have been achieved, and there are goals within the plan that still can be achieved, and we'll continue working on those. There will be some that maybe don't work, and then there will be some new ones. And but it gives us a plan. It breaks it all down into more manageable parts, so we can move forward and really identify our priorities, not just as a town or all of us together as the town government and all our employees, but also for the entire community is invited to participate in this. And so we're going to each of the elementary schools in the different districts, just as you did when you when you were gathering information for the library. So they really provide a guide for you to follow, and so we're very pleased that you're working on that.
It creates that transparency.
Yeah,
we want to, being tech-supported organization, we really value that honor, and we want to be as transparent as possible, like the town, and having that comprehensive plan in place really helps us communicate what's going on. And like you said, it helps to review it and say, this is what worked. Maybe some things reevaluate. But if you don't have those things in place, you can't really stay on track or keep keep a look at what's important. So,
and I've always followed the idea that if you identify the positives and the strengths, you can use that to help to bring the negatives or the weaknesses along, and so it's a great tool.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot going on in the town of Colonie as far as strategic plans and really moving into the future. So
keeping it positive.
Yes, definitely. Now you talked also about increasing card holders, and so maybe you can tell us where you're at with that particular goal.
Last year there was a new state law put in place where libraries were required. I mean, we did it before, but this was now requirement to reach out into the kindergartens, 6th grades, and 9th grades. So this year, our staff, a collective of our staff, not just our youth services staff, went to all open houses for all of the schools, both North and South Colonie High School, school districts. So I think it was 26 open houses that we did just in the month of September.
Wow.
And we increased our card holders at that time by 280 just in that one month. Through that effort. And it also created a really good collaboration with the school districts. So we have people in the schools today. We had people in the schools last week just working with the teachers and the librarians, teaching them about our online resources so that, and distributing what we call agency cards so that they can access our online resources for their students. So we've increased both usage of our cards as well as our card holders. And through all of the events that we did, that also helped to really publicize us and bring us out. So we're over 30,000.
That's excellent. Excellent. Now, when I was teaching at Shaker Junior High School, I only had to go to one open house. So I can't imagine.
26 of them.
You took on a pretty big task there. I hope you had some help with that.
Yes.
You couldn't be everywhere.
No, not all at once. There were 2 nights mid-September, the 15th and the 16th. There were 7 open houses at the same time, so it's different staff was in different places, so it was a real team effort. It was great.
Yeah, we have quite a few elementary schools in the North Colonie and South Colonie district combined, and they do an outstanding job. But that was a really good way to get the word out. So that's excellent. And you talked a little bit about the 40th anniversary, and it truly it's been a year of celebration. It's been everything from more of the gala events to events with the people that come to the library all the time, and you've had activities here. We got all our elected officials involved in an event. It was a little bit of everything, and each one of them offered something different, and really, as I said earlier, just a lot of fun for everybody. So
Yeah.
maybe you could tell us a little bit about each one of them, because it was a very, very ambitious and still is, very ambitious goals for the 40th anniversary, but just the perfect time to celebrate.
Yes, absolutely. We got lucky, and our 40th anniversary coincided with an anniversary for The Great Gatsby. So we used that theme for our gala to kick off all of our events in April, and we had a beautiful day at the Shaker Ridge Country Club.
Yes.
And that was really fun. We had a really good time with that. And then we moved into our mini golf in the library in May, and that was really fun. They set up 18 holes of miniature golf in the library. And we did a bake sale along with that, which went over really well. We had a number of events around the mini golf, where we did a sponsor event on the Friday evening, and then Saturday all day it was open to families, and then Saturday night we had glow golf for the teens, and I think that was our most popular.
Yes.
Definitely, they loved that. We had, glow in the dark lights and paint and, all sorts of fun with that. So the kids really, the DJ was here, it was fun. And then we did a barbecue over the summer in August, and we sold out for our Giffey's barbecue, so that was really good time. We weathered the storms and got everybody their barbecue, which was good. And then, as you mentioned, we had the pasta dinner event at the Crossings in October, and that was just awesome. And what was nice was we had a very wide range of costs for tickets. We had family events, so different things appeal to different people. We had a lot of sponsorship opportunities, which was the outpour of support from community businesses and organizations with the sponsorships was amazing. We did a program for the gala. We did gift baskets that we raffled off. We started selling those tickets in April, and we raffled those baskets off. 22 baskets we raffled off in August, and then we still had donations that we were able to bring with us to the pasta dinner and do raffles at pasta dinner. So just huge support from both community members and the community businesses. So really, it was such a community celebration. It was really fun.
Well, I know, with the town board members, and we had a great time making meatballs and sauce, and I think we made about 500 meatballs. And everyone really had such a great time, and it was really wonderful after putting everything together, and for a lot of us to put on a big event like that was something new, so we didn't know how it was going to turn out.
Right.
But the best part was when everybody came to dinner. We had the two shifts, and being able to go out and serve everybody and talk with everybody, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really was a lot of fun. But each one of the events had its own special touch. So I don't know if you have any favorites out of all of those, or if you would do it over any differently, or you're really satisfied with the way everything turned out.
I love the way everything turned out this year, and it was a really good good litmus test for what the community liked. We had some wonderful feedback for weeks after about the pasta dinner, patrons coming in and saying, I hope they do that annually. It was really great. We loved it. And I think, it's important to be sensitive, to that fundraising fatigue.
Yes.
So we're going to hold off on we were going to do mini golf in the spring, but I think we're going to hold off until the spring of 2018.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is switch off. We'll do a gala one year and a mini golf another year. I think, maybe the only one I wouldn't redo is the barbecue, but because it's just really hard to gauge.
Yes.
It's hard to gauge how many meals you need, and we hate to turn people away, and we had to do that. So I'd rather do stuff that we can kind of unlimitedly allow people to come in
Right.
and participate.
Right.
You know, where there's no limits.
Yes. Well, at all of the events, I mean, I know, you know, my husband and I saw so many people that we know, so many,
Yeah.
you know, people that were just having a great time, and it's the library is a setting that just brings everybody together
Definitely.
because it's one of those things that everybody enjoys having in their lives, and whether it's you're bringing, you know, the little kids or seniors
Yep.
or people stopping up after work, or there's just so many things that it offers. So it did bring a lot of people together.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
I think it accomplished the goals that you were trying to
I hope
accomplish.
so, definitely. Yep.
That's great. Well, we originally had planned for the pasta dinner to be for the 40th anniversary, but we have had many requests to do it again. So
I was going to say, you may have gotten yourself in trouble there, Paula.
We're thinking about that, but we'll see when this time rolls around again next year. But
Good.
I told everybody to save their aprons.
Good.
So
Excellent.
So we've got it logged in there. But
Excellent.
But anyway, I'm glad all of your efforts paid off.
Definitely.
And it really takes somebody with your kind of vision to put all of those different events and for different populations and for the right reasons. Everything goes back into the library. And it's not an easy task.
Yeah.
It really isn't. So I commend you on your success with all of that.
It was fun.
It's excellent. Well, we talked about the capital improvements and the objectives for this. Well, we didn't actually get into the capital improvements. We talked about the strategic plan, and the capital improvements are part of that.
They are.
So a lot of people in our audience might not know what the term a capital improvement is.
Sure.
We're in government, we know what that is.
Yeah, right.
So maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Okay. Just again, through some of the feedback and some evaluation of the building, there's some improvements that need to be done, upgrades. As with, you know, any kind of building, there's maintenance that needs to be done. So it would be a multi-phased building project where we would do some infrastructure work, you know, to improve maybe the electricity and the lighting, upgrade the lighting to LEDs so that we're more energy efficient and environmentally, you know, in tune, as well as some accessibility stuff that we really want to be sensitive to. So we're looking at possibly changing our front entrance, making it more accessible, upgrades to our bathrooms, our carpets, you know, just a real fresh look, you know, a little bit of a facelift and maybe a little bit more light. We're working with architects that specialize in library services, so they're really familiar with library buildings and how they're used and the workflow of different departments. So that'll really help in the planning process.
Yeah.
You know, we hope over a couple years to, you know, just really make everything, you know, the best it could be.
Yes, and I'm really happy that we're at a point, you know, financially that we've dedicated capital plan monies for the library. So there'll be work that'll be done over, you know, the next several years.
Yep.
And it really feels good to be at that point, because
Absolutely.
this was high on our list of priorities, and it'd be just wonderful to see those projects get done.
Absolutely.
And you know, something like accessibility. The front entrance, we did that at Town Hall.
Exactly.
Another very old building,
Yep.
but a very nice building. But things change, times change, and you need to put some work into it and modifications to the building. And now you know, we have the automatic front doors, and we just finished all of our handicap parking, new ramps, and that are much closer to the building, and new front steps. And so a combination of you know, our front entrance and front steps with the parking, accessible parking, and then the ramp right there coming into the front door. So we worked with the Colonie Senior Senior Service Centers, Inc. on that particular project. It was part of the public benefit of their project for senior housing in back of the Elks. And it was a perfect fit.
Yeah.
It was a perfect fit for that project, and we were waiting a long time for an opportunity to be able to do that and upgrade that whole front entrance to make it more accessible for people. And we have received so many compliments on it. So I know when your front entrance is done, and when things become more accessible, it's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
And so
people are really grateful for it. I think they love the library, and they see that we love the library. So it's like you said, it's a great match. One of the items in our strategic plan is meeting room space.
Right.
As a community center, people really look to us for meeting space, and so we're looking at our space on a whole to see how we can provide either better meeting room space or more meeting room space for small groups and large groups, and be able to do the programs that so many people love that we do, and balance that with having space available for community members. So it's so that's something else that we're looking at, and people just genuinely appreciate their feedback being taken seriously, and being able to try and accommodate that. And it looks beautiful. The town hall, really that front entrance, it brightens it up. It looks, brings in the bright light. It looks great.
Yeah, it just it doesn't seem like it's a major project, but it really is.
It is.
It really is, and everyone that worked on it did such a great job.
Absolutely.
And it was great partnering with the Colonie Senior Service Center.
Yep.
They did a great job, and it accomplished the goal. And so, you have to look at things from all different directions and try to figure out. There's a lot to do, and like everyone else in their governments, there are limited funds, and sometimes you have to wait, and sometimes you have to partner with other people. But the main thing is that the goals are being met, and accomplished, and that's what's happening, and that's really exciting.
Yes, and we're really grateful.
Makes me really happy. But and in this world of technology, everything is changing so quickly. There's a lot to learn to use technology. There's a lot of technology that gets outdated so quickly. My grandchildren are much better at it. All of the little, all of these gadgets. Everything is so different today. But in a library, technology is key.
Yes.
And as I said, it keeps changing rapidly, and it's an area that I know you want to improve.
We want to maintain, staying up to date or slightly ahead. People really do look to us as that trusted resource for training. So when somebody gets a new iPhone for Christmas, they come here.
Right.
Because to go to the iStore sometimes it's a long wait, right? So we do have a lot of people on staff that do a lot of one-on-one. So we have one-on-one appointments, and we do tech training, and it's important that our computers are up to date, as well as our staff is trained in order to help patrons stay up to date with technology. So it's definitely one of our strategic objectives for the next few years.
And you've talked about increasing communication, and you certainly have done that. You certainly have done that. And you deserve to rest a little. You've been going nonstop.
Energizer bunny, as they say.
Yes, it's you've taken on a lot, and the communication definitely has improved. And that's great, because it brings more people to the library. They learn more about what we have to offer, what's new, and of course a lot of things that we've had here are still really great, and we want to maintain them as well. But as I said earlier, it's an exciting time for the library, and we're going to just keep moving forward, and I'm sure you're not going to let us stop.
No.
We'll just keep going. But it does take a lot of funding, and as I said, we do have funding in our capital budget, and so we're trying to help with raising money, and our community is supporting that. Our sponsors are supporting that. But you've also worked on grants, and I know Assemblyman Phil Steck is working with us on the grant for $500,000, which is a really huge help, and we really appreciate his help.
Absolutely.
So that's one great thing that's going on.
Absolutely.
And it's really helps us.
Just at the second phase of that grant.
Yeah, and it really helps us when our fellow elected people see the needs in our communities and reach out to help us. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know
partnership. It's an opportunity to collaborate.
Exactly. And I know you've been working on some other avenues for grants. And
there's a New York State Library construction grant that the state makes eligible. That the libraries are eligible for, and we're working with our system in order to get that, and that also would be multi-phase. So that comes out each year. We're grateful to the legislature for increasing that. Last year it went from 14 million to 19 million for statewide, right, which gives our system about $500,000, and all 29 libraries in Albany and Rensselaer County can apply for some of that money. We put in a grant for upgrades to our heating and cooling system, as well as upgrades for our parking lot lights to all LEDs. Excellent. So we're hoping to get some results on that soon.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
And how about, just briefly, opportunities at the library? What do we have?
We have so many awesome things going on, and all fun things. One of the things that is always used are our museum passes. So we have more than a dozen museum passes for local area museums, including the SSS Slater, the MySci in Schenectady, and people can come in and take out a museum pass for 3 days and go to the Clark for a reduced fee or for free. So a family of 4 can go to MySci for free.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so it's a really great program, a lot of fun. We are partnering with Proctor's for an upcoming play, Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night. So the library did 4 different book discussions, and Proctor's made available a discount for tickets for all of the plays. So it's all of Thanksgiving weekend, Wednesday through Sunday. Every event except Saturday night, you can get a discount for those. So community partnerships, we're doing, we just had our atrium redone in our children's room, which is beautiful. What else? Technology classes. Like I said, we're trying to keep up with our technology classes, and just, there's always something new and different going on here. We have a lot of fun doing it. Yes. We have our traditional story time class, story times and book discussions and noon book talks, and then we try and enrich that with, we did a Harry Potter program that was a complete sellout. So we try and keep it going. Well,
I can tell that you really enjoy your job.
Yes.
And that's a wonderful thing. It's great to be doing what you love, and you are in the perfect setting for sure.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate, the update. We talked a while back, and we just wanted to bring our listeners up to date on all of the wonderful things that have been going on here at the library and the wonderful things that are still to come.
Yes.
So I thank you so much for being here today with me, and we're out of time. So, but we'll talk soon.
Okay.
So thank you so much for being
Paula.
here.
Thanks so much.
And thank you for tuning in to Colonie Connect.